What is going on, guys? Today I'm going to go over one of the most commonly asked questions I get asked as a personal trainer, and that is, how long does it take for me to gain X amount of muscle? So if you're looking for a time frame and you're doing everything correctly, let's say a month, how long it'll be able to take me to grow that muscle. Now again, keep in mind we are talking about body composition. We aren't necessarily talking about strength, because strength is relative. We're talking about what the actual body's component is made of, in this case, muscle. All right, guys, let's dive head first into it. I'm gonna go over 4 of the most important factors when it comes to the rate at which you can grow that muscle. Number 1 is gonna be your sex. Keep in mind, men versus female, men naturally produce testosterone at a higher level, meaning they have higher potential to grow that muscle than females do. Number 2 is going to be your age. As you start to get older, things will slow down, your cellular regeneration slows down, and your potential to grow that muscle will also slow down. Number 3 is genetics. Different factors like your hormonal levels, your muscle lengths, and who you are as that individual blueprint from your DNA can contribute specifically to your ability to grow that muscle rate. And number 4 is going to be how your level of experience is. If you're a beginner and you're just getting into it, you tend to grow muscle at a faster rate and start to slow down as you start to reach higher potentials. And again, if you're also regrowing muscle, or where a place you've been before, you can grow at a faster rate than trying to reach a new potential. Boom! So let's get down to the raw material. How fast can you grow that lean muscle? Again, we talked about men versus females. Keep that in mind. Men will grow about double the rate. So in a week, you can gain about 0.25 to half a pound of raw lean muscle, and about 1 to 2 pounds most in a month. Again, assuming you're not using any risky drugs like steroids or anything like that. Females, on the other hand, will do about half that rate, where they gain about 0.15 to 0.25 pounds a week, or anywhere from half a pound to a pound a month. Now, keep that in mind. That doesn't have to mean strength increase, right? You may be able to make a huge leap in your strength. We're not talking about that. We're talking about your actual muscle. Remember, force is mass times acceleration. So by growing that mass, yes, you will increase your strength, but there are other factors for dealing with that force. All right, guys, so you're trying to gain muscle. What are the next steps to doing that? You want to keep in mind 3 very important factors. Number 1 is going to be your style of training. You want to focus on anything from power, strength, or hypertrophy, lifting weights, right? Now that means power and strength is going to be heavy, not a lot of reps and a long rest time, and hypertrophy is a moderate, okay, a good amount of volume and a decent amount of weight. So what they recommend is about 6 to 12 reps, anywhere from 67 to 85% of your 1 rep max. But think, you're trying to increase your force production, right? And that's mass times acceleration. You want to be relative to your goal, right? So you want to get stronger and get more mass. You want to lift heavier. Number 2 is going to be the most important, and that is your diet. In order to grow muscle or grow at all, you need to be having a caloric surplus. Now what that means is you're bringing in more calories than you're consuming, AKA bring in more, anywhere from about 500 to 1,000 more calories a day is recommended. That being said, what you bring in is very important. You don't want to bring in a lot of junky foods that are going to turn more of that into fat and less of that into lean muscle. So that being said, also, you want to have a good amount of protein. A good recommendation for that is about 1 gram per pound of body mass in order to use that ability of that protein to grow that muscle. Which leads me to my 3rd and final point, and that is getting a great amount of rest time. You only grow muscle when you sleep. Cellular regeneration occurs at rest during REM cycles, so in order to grow muscle, you gotta get that rest as well. Make sure you're doing all 3 factors. Without all 3, that lean muscle will not grow. It may have some changes to your force, your strength because of other factors, but if you actually wanna grow lean muscle, make sure you include all 3. See you guys next time.